Wow, what an intro is that? Right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Rumor Has It with DEV B and Kishen. We are on the episode 3 right now. Thanks for all the viewers who has been following us all this while and have been watching our show, liking, uh, sharing around. Please keep sharing it. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and follow of Footy Talk on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And I'm going to bring in my sidekick, Kishan, into the show. Whoa!
Right.
So,
what an
hi.
what an intro video, bro.
What an intro video! Yeah, we're gonna make that. We're gonna make that as a permanent intro. It took me about 6 days to actually prepare it. 6 to 7 days, I think, to prepare it because I see a lot of common, like those what you call dubstep and big what you call that beatbox kind of intro. So I thought of
We
doing
are,
something classic.
we are going towards like Mexican music, like that, bro.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
hey, bro, we have someone today special from AC Milan Club
Wow. AC
Malaysia,
Milan.
Supporters Club Malaysia, and let me introduce Jasnesh into the show, brother. What a kick you have on the what a
Hi
kick.
guys. Hi guys.
Chill.
Hi.
Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, I'm wearing a mask today in solidarity for their fans, as we know they are going through a tough time.
Yeah.
And we know Marseille, a historical team, the only French team to win the Champions League. But today we will not be talking about them. We are talking about another French team. So
Yep.
yeah.
And we gonna go straight into our first segment.
Wow.
Lil, young talent is their key to the League One success this season, or are we actually overlooking at them? So we give it the floor to Jasnesh. Can we start off with you? What do you have on Lil today?
Yeah, actually Lille, one of my favorite topics currently. Thank you for having that on the show. I actually
Yeah, I
have
know
a few
you
things
were
to
you
talk
were
about
pretty
Lille.
excited about that. I know you were pretty
Yeah.
excited about that, and I'm waiting to hear more about them because the
I have
show
divided.
the show is all about bringing hidden talent gems, and we try to introduce a lot of talents here, and we tend to um, educate people out there about football more instead of concentrating on particular leagues and stuff like that. So go ahead.
Yeah, so I've divided my Lille discussion into 3 parts, so please bear with me.
No
So
problem. Go
overall, I
ahead.
think
Came
Leeds are having a
prepared.
fantastic season. Yeah,
Yep.
they are top of the league, and they have only lost twice in the league. And actually, both of their losses came against surprising teams. So they lost to Angers, and then they lost to Brest as well. And actually,
Yep.
they drew with Brest as well this weekend. So out of a possible 6, they have only
Was
gotten
it
1 point.
Was it last night or weekend? Oh, weekend.
No, the
Yeah.
weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Europa League as well, they destroyed my favorite team. They destroyed Milan in San Siro 3-0, and they drew 1-1. Surprisingly, again, they faltered against the smaller team, Celtic. So I think they lost both games and they finished second. So I mean, I'm
Yep.
very surprised they finished second in the
Let
group
me
and
let
we
me
finished
let me
top.
flesh out for you. Let me flesh out
Yeah.
this thing for you. Okay, there you go. So the first game they had like
Yep.
4-1 win, and they were drawn against Celtic. Oh yeah, they won against Milan, and then they drew again with Milan, and they won against Sparta Prague. Oh, they lost to Celtic as well.
We
Yeah.
do.
Okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, so I'll start my little discussion with I'll start them with the academy first if I can. So Lille have
Yeah.
always produced top talents. If you go back, they have had players like Eden Hazard and Frank Ribery. And what they have been doing well is also their business side to it. So this season, they sold a player called Victor Osimhen for 70 million. And they sold Gabriel for 30 million to Arsenal. So that's 100 million incoming in one season. That's brilliant. And when you go back last season, Milan bought Rafael Leao for 35 million. And then they also sold Nicolas Pepe for 72
Yeah.
million. I mean, the
Arsenal.
fact that they convinced Arsenal to spend 72 million for Nicolas Pepe, I mean, it tells you how good this Lille management is. And
Is Arsenal
also,
is Arsenal fan feeling worth buying Nicolas Pepe right now? No,
I mean, that's how,
we're gonna go into that in Footy Talk. We not and we not have the
Pua.
headache of that. Yeah,
And
Pua,
also
yes.
in a more controversial move, they actually sold one of their young talents to Lyon, Thiago Mendes,
Thiago Mendes.
last
Yeah,
season. So actually, these
yeah,
three transfers also fetched them another 100 million. So I mean, they are becoming a bit like Benfica, Ajax, Porto, who are the selling team doing good business.
Yeah.
But the problem with them in these past few seasons is that they have good young players, but they didn't have good managers. Finally, in
yeah.
2017-18, Christophe Galtier came in, and that
Okay.
season Lille was struggling, bro. They survived relegation by 1 point thanks to Galtier. And the very next season, they finished second. The next season,
Okay.
last season, they finished fourth. But of course, the league got cancelled. France was the one of the few leagues that didn't continue.
Yeah.
So last season, they finished fourth. And then this season, they are top. So the manager has been remarkable. And the circumstance of which he has taken the job at Lille is similar to the one his previous job at Saint Etienne. So he was the manager over there for 8 years. And when he first came in, they were also struggling near relegation, and he kept them up. And in the next few seasons with Saint Etienne, they actually finished, I think, fourth. They finished fifth. So I mean, European competition. And then I think even after seasons as well, they finished sixth. They finished eighth. So I mean, he did this without much money. Saint Etienne is a small team. They don't have they have good young talents, but they don't have a lot of money. So imagine what Galtier can do at a club at Lille where they are selling, they are like a factory. They are producing talent left, right, and center. I'll go into the players in a while, but just to talk a bit about the manager, he's someone that likes a lot of possession. He likes short passes. He likes quick players. And I think the thing that stands out is his counter-attacking. I think most of Lille highlights this season has been counter-attacks, quick players. And another thing that stands out is the defending. I think in his season so far at Lille, he has always conceded less than a goal a game. I think, Dave, you have some stats on that. Did you want to show?
Yeah, I do have. I have this. If we look at the age of the
Yes.
Lille players, the average, there's two here. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it out, and the average age of this Lille team is actually 25.1 years. I mean, like
Yeah.
they have key players, Sven Botman 21, then they have Yusuf Yazici 24, Jonathan David 21, Jonathan Bamba
Selic
24,
is also
Sumare 21, yeah, Renato Sanchez, and they have their top scorer Burak Yilmaz.
Who is 35.
He is 35. So such a young core and so much of potential in them. So, but despite that, despite not being a youngster, Jose Fonte has been one of their best signings Lille had made in recent seasons. His leadership is something that has been key in their rise in the last three seasons, and it's
That's basically what
might be it might be instrumental to their title challenge this season. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good. Sorry?
No, it's okay. You go first.
Yeah, it segues
go
into
ahead.
my next part, which is the players. I will get to Botman and Font in a while, but the player that stands out for me is Yasici.
Yeah.
What a player from Turkey. He is very quick. He carries the ball. He dribbles. I like his through passing as well to Ikone and Bamba. He likes to take shots from outside the area, and he finishes well. I mean, I know the whole Lille team finishes very well, but Yasici is something else, man. He hasn't been the main starter in the first team this season. I'm not sure. I think there's a formation issue because they don't naturally play with the 10, because I think Lille is 4-2-2-2. But I think Yasici is someone who will fit very well in Arsenal or Tottenham. I don't know. I just have that. He will fit well in Arsenal. I think so, but I mean that's hypothetical.
No,
And the next,
I just don't understand how come all these talented players from French
Lille
league
go
are
to
actually fit into any London club.
yeah. Because Arsenal
Strange.
currently they have
Strange.
Odegaard and Emil Smith Rowe, I think, as the number 10. So I just
Yeah.
thought that Yasichi will be a great fit. And the other player that impresses me is Jonathan Bamba. I mean, that guy is everywhere. He likes to cut in. He's very strong. There was one at CIS where he held off the defender. He went to the byline and then he cut back for Yasichi to finish. I mean, very strong. And then he likes to low crosses as well. And there was one chance. There was one. Chris Weiler, good shout, good shout. There was
Pua, good
one.
evening, Pua. Yes, I'm still paying tribute to Chris Wilder, Pua. Thanks. It's frustrating. Never mind. Jasnesh, go ahead.
Yeah, Bamba is an important player for them. There was also one chance where he was point blank range and he had a one-on-one chance with the goalkeeper, and he didn't panic. He just slotted home. I mean, that also
Yep.
shows his maturity.
Yeah.
And it is interesting that he missed the Celtic game, the last game of the season, the Europa League season, the group stage, and Celtic lost that game. It's quite interesting. So it tells you how important Bamba is. And actually, yeah, Lille actually have 3 Jonathans. Yeah, so the first one I spoke about is Jonathan Bamba. The second one is Jonathan Ikone, who is the right winger. I think he's quite.
I think Joshua's son is playing for Lille as well.
Yeah, Team Weah.
Yeah,
I'll get to him
Timothy,
as well.
Timothy.
I'll get to him as well.
Okay.
So Ikone is the right winger. He's a bit different than Bamba. He needs to improve as well. And Ikone, if I'm not mistaken, is he plays. I think he's playing 2 central. I think if his starting position is a bit further up, he can cause more damage. And of course, the center forward is Jonathan David. I mean, Lille are using him well. The last club he was at in Belgium, I think they was using him as the second striker, which wasn't his best position. So Jonathan David this season, he's the main man. He's finishing superb. I think he has 5 goals in the league this season, a couple in the Europa League as well, I think. And I mean, it's exciting for Canadian football because they also have the best left back in the world, in my opinion, at Bayern Munich, Alphonso Davies.
Come on, bro. Best left back.
I forgot about the Robertson as well.
Yeah.
And
second
also
best. You should say second best.
You just triggered Kishen. Thank you very much.
You should say second best.
But don't forget Milan's Theo Hernandez as well. Okay. And like you said,
so Milan's left back would be 3rd best in the world. You should say like that.
Man,
no,
I tell you, I'm pretty excited to see AC Milan back into the Champions League next season. I really hope.
Yeah, we struggled. We lost last weekend, and Serie A this season is very tight, bro. I mean, if we collapse, we are gone. So Champions League.
Someone giving you a shout. Joke aside, nice talk on Jasnesh. Marseille always my French team, the only French club to have won European. Yep, he's absolutely right. And I did watch that game.
Can I give my favorite French team?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my favorite French team is Lyon, and it's all because of Nabil Fekir.
Don't start up with me, bro. Don't start up with me. Come on, what else you have for us?
Yeah, so actually they have a few other players as well. Team Weah, but I think it's very undercooked. Still needs to develop. And they also have a Brazilian footballer over there. Forgot his name. I think Luis Araujo.
Yeah, Luis Araujo. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what his best position is. I think he's a left winger, I think, or is it a right winger? I'm not too sure, but he has a few good assists as well. So he's one to watch out. And of course, they have a good goalkeeper. I'm not sure to pronounce his name. Maignan.
Yeah,
I think he has been in the French team as well.
Yep.
And of course, in midfield they have Boubakary Soumare. I think he's definitely one of the up and coming talent. His position is good. He dribbles well. His positional awareness, his game awareness is quite good, but his tracking back is maybe a bit slow.
Yeah,
maybe I'm a bit too harsh. And if you're a bit too slow, it's not something you can improve overnight. So you have to work on that. Yep. And then of course, on everybody's lips, it has been Sven Botman. I mean, yes, I've written a few things on, and actually, Dave, you spoke
I'm wearing a different badge today, so I'm not going to talk about him.
Okay. But Jasnesh, bro, you actually forgot one good player from Lille.
Which is?
Divock Origi.
Bro, legend, bro,
Come on, bro.
legend.
Come on, bro. He's a legend, bro. You didn't even talk about him for
He
the
scored
past
a lot
15
of
years.
goals.
Not talking about him.
He's a Liverpool, I think, no?
Yeah.
Maybe you can ask Puba to come and reply to us. Where is DEV B
I think Origi has scored some. I think he had a goal in I think a cup final. I think I can't remember again. So, but I think Liverpool played that game. Champions League is it? I forgot. But yeah,
You should ask
I think
Puba.
Origi is a good player, bro. I think he scored a lot of goals at Lille.
And Eden Hazard is from Lille as well.
Yeah. I
Actually,
said
that
his
was
name
the
earlier.
reason for me to start watching Lille because of our transfer rumors in 2010 or 10 11. So we were linked with Eden Hazard. So that was the first time I actually went on YouTube to watch all those football compilations of Eden Hazard. So I was like, wow. I was like, wow, Liverpool is going to get this kind of player for 35 million, right? So that time 35 million was quite high. I mean, bro, come on, bro. We need your opinions on Origi.
Guys, I forgot a few Premier League players that came from the Lille school as well. So the first one is Anwar El Ghazi from Aston Villa. Bissouma, I think as well, if I'm not mistaken, playing for Brighton.
Yes.
And Everton's left back, what's his name? Lucas something. The left back. Yeah, I think he came from Lille as well.
Yeah.
So continuing what I was saying earlier, Botman is the main man, I think, right now. It's interesting that he didn't play at the weekend and they drew 0-0.
Yeah.
And Soumare, I think, didn't play as well and they drew. So I think that is two of their most important players. But Botman is good in passing. He's good one-on-one. He likes to dribble. And it's interesting, Dave, that you spoke about Font. Because I actually think the best central defensive partnership, one which is experienced and one which is young and up and coming. Because it's the only position on the pitch where you have two people doing the same roles. Unless teams play with a double pivot, then you have sort of overlap over there. But the central defensive partnership is very important because you need to understand what the other guy is doing. And if you have two young players over there, I mean, no doubt they may be good, but sometimes they're not experienced enough to handle, if you're defending a 2-1 lead, a 1-0 lead with 15 minutes left, sometimes they freeze up. So I think Joseph Font has lent a lot of his credibility, his experience. I think he played for Southampton, if I'm not mistaken. Earlier. I can't remember his other clubs. I think he went to Spain as well.
I think after he left Southampton, he went to an Italian club first, I think. If I wasn't mistaken about it.
I can't remember, man. But I think teams should start looking into this type of players who have experience, because if you look at Milan, we have the same dynamic. So Simon Kjaer is someone who's experienced. He has played all around the world. And then Romagnoli is this sort of 24, 25 years old person. And then you look at Liverpool, Van Dijk, he grew up in, I think there's one club before, plays in green color, I think.
Celtic.
No, before that? Is it Groningen? Groningen. He played at Groningen. And I think that's where he really studied football. He learned about football. And when he went to Celtic, of course, I think he was a star there as well. And so the problem with Liverpool, I think your guys are searching another centre-back. So hopefully Liverpool get their main man. I don't know if Kabak is the main man. But
talking about centre-back, I have a question on Lille. Probably this might be a statement. Watch them get raided by bigger teams during the next summer window.
For the media pro, I'll get to that. But it's interesting that Botman also grew up in the Ajax academy, so that's one to remember. And I think Kishen spoke about these players earlier. The right back, Zeki Kelik, Zalic. I think he's a very good, very solid. He's not as offensive as Liverpool fullbacks are, but he's very solid defensively. So he's one to watch for the future as well. So I think those are the players. I even mentioned Renato Sanchez. He has been injured. I think he was starting at the start of the season, but he got injured. So I mean, that's another talent to look out for. So I mean, in a nutshell, Lille are loaded, man. They are stacked. They are a very exciting team, but they need to start, because this season it's a three-way tie in France with Paris and Lyon, and they drew they drew both games against them. I think 1-1 and 0-0. But they are dropping points against the lower side. So if they can maybe buck their trend, be more deadly and pick up points. Because like I said, against Brest, they got 1 from a possible 6. That may cost them in the long run. And the next topic is Media Pro, but maybe.
So Jasnesh, like you are saying, Lille is dropping points against smaller teams. So maybe Lille is Liverpool's feeder club. Yeah, losing points.
What?
Liverpool's feeder club.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
I forgot to mention as well that Lille are very good at protecting small leads, like 1-0, 2-1s. They are very, very good at game management. So I think that's another feather in the cap for the manager. And the next topic I want to talk about is the Media Pro, but maybe Kishen has a few things you want to talk about Lille first.
Okay, so for my side, like what Dave Bo said just now, so the key in winning or maybe gaining success or title in for Lille is because they are loaded with young players, and for them to bring in players like how Jasnesh said just now, Font and all those experienced players. So in this kind of young teams, you really need those kind of blends, like blend of young players and also blend with some experienced players. So like you can see now, the position is Lille is first with 55 points, 54 second, and third is 53. It's a very tight.
It's quite close, right? It's quite close.
Yeah, it's
very close. Very exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah. So those kind of mentality you need to have when you have a manager where, like what Jasnesh said, is not brought in a manager who will actually manage Saint Etienne before that. So when you talk about Saint Etienne, they have many players like Aubameyang, Max Cradle. You still remember the guy, Max Cradle?
Max Cradle, I think.
Yeah,
he's the fullback.
Plays like Max Cradle. Then go to another club, Lille, where you have financially, it's quite stable in terms of financial. Yes. So from there is where you can actually expand your football skills, and then with the mix of senior players and also young players, you can actually have a very good blend because from this kind of matches or from this kind of pairing, right, youngsters can actually learn from those senior players. So this is actually a key. It's actually the key for Lille to actually win the title.
Yep.
So that's my take about Lille.
Okay. Jasnesh, come back to yours about the Media Pro.
Yeah, I think we have spoken a bit long, so I'll just finish up with the Media Pro. So I don't know if many people know this, but in France, there's actually a big problem where the television broadcasters, they are unable to fulfill their payment. So as we know, TV revenue is a major source of income. We have seen it in England, which is the reason why teams like Aston Villa, West Ham, they can splash out money.
I believe that it's happening everywhere in the
increasingly it's becoming.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sorry.
No, that is one of the reason where I believe that is one of the reason that we haven't seen that much of big signings happen in the January transfer. So I'm looking forward for the summer window actually. As I said, like the question that I asked you when we are talking about Lille now, I mean, there might be a lot of clubs are actually watching their players right now, and we'll see how they result.
So back to the Media Pro. So especially in the times of COVID, there's no ticket revenue. Sponsorships may be down, so TV is a big source of income. Unfortunately, they are not getting it. So the smaller teams, they might be forced to sell their talent. And I think, in my opinion, France, along with Brazil, are the most talented football countries in the world.
Exactly.
Both of them, not even the first division in France. I think League 2 has got a lot of talent as well. And in League 1, I think some of the Lyon players stand out. I think Owa is the main guy that is always linked to every single team.
I think every transfer window.
Every transfer window, yeah.
But
and then their center forward is quite good as well. I forgot his name. I think it's Amine Gauri or
Yeah.
Guri.
Guri or something. Yeah. The
Quite
names
good.
the names are quite difficult to actually pronounce.
I will continue with that with their midfielders, Maxence Kakere. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it correctly. He played well
Yeah.
against City last season in the quarterfinal. I think they have a Brazilian midfielder as well over there as well, Bruno
Bruno.
Guimaraes.
Not
And then
Bruno
they have the
Fernandes. Bruno Guimaraes.
Bruno Fernandes. Well,
according to
we are talking about Lille's young talent, I think it's just about time to we move to our second segment. It will be um, this guy. Can't really what do you call pronounce him. Is Murray Demiral?
Murray
Murray
Demiral.
Demiral. Murray Demiral. So right, this topic actually, why I chose this topic actually, I was reading on this Twitter, one of these freelance journalists. He actually a student. He actually did a short introduction of this Murray Demiral. He said that like he has a good reading of the game. He's pacey, fast, good positioning, athleticism, ball playing ability, aerial presence, dual game. Elite mentality as well. He's like a warrior for that
Yeah,
particular
yeah,
that
right,
22 years old age. If that could be one of the reasons he could become the monster of Juventus wall, because I think Bonucci or even David Ellis is actually, yeah. I mean, comparing him and Matthias Dili, is Matthias Dili actually worth the price for Juventus, or is he, or Andre Pirlo is actually looking at Murray Demiral? So what do you think? What do you think?
So far, okay, Jasnesh, you can go first.
Yeah, actually, his name is not spelled like that, right? It's Merih.
H. Oh, okay.
There's no A. Yeah, so
quite difficult.
so
Turkish, man.
Mariah Carey, bro.
Yeah, Mariah
so-
Carey. It's Murray. Murray, yeah, that's the one.
yeah, Demiral is a very exciting player. He grew up in Turkey. I think he had a few clubs over there, and then he went to Sassuolo, I think, for some time, for a short time actually, not some time, and then finally Juventus bought him. Actually, Milan wanted to buy him as well, but I don't know if that's true or not, because transfer rumors nowadays, right? There's a million of them, so we don't know which one to trust. But Demiral went to
Fabrizio Romano's page.
Yeah,
if you want to know.
So
he's the most reliable at the moment. I can't really talk about anyone else at the moment. During the winter transfer, he just got everything.
I was spot on. Yeah.
Everything's spot on.
Lampard sacking as well. I think he was the first to.
No, when you're talking about Lampard's sacking, you don't need Fabrizio to come and tell us.
The one, Roman. Everyone knows.
Journalists come and tell us about that. That's
So
obvious.
Guys, we have Dinesh on board. I'm gonna add him right now. Dinesh, can you hear us?
Yes, DEV Kishen, Sanjay.
How are you?
Sorry,
what happened to you?
Jasnesh, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Fine.
Good, man.
Dinesh,
Good, man.
We just got past the first segment, and we're going into Murray Demiral, your favorite.
Oh yeah, the Juventus talent.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you have for us?
Yeah, man. Let's be honest. That guy has potential, young boy. But to be honest, actually, ask me, Matt Delegate was actually a waste of a buy. We should have actually banked on this guy. Spending a fortune on Matt was actually a waste of time, if you ask me.
I cannot take it. I cannot take it.
Okay.
I cannot wait now.
Dinesh is someone next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my wife, bro. Sorry for the distort of the sound. Sorry.
Okay.
Dinesh,
So
Dinesh,
this,
as
I
you
feel
know,
like Matt Legate was actually yeah.
as you know, this is a raw show. We don't care about that.
No, no.
I didn't care about that.
Yes.
we, go,
Yes.
we go with what we have.
Sorry, my bad. But again, as per what I said,
Mm,
Juventus has some good, yeah, Juventus has some good signings. I mean, good players.
mm.
But I'm just sorry to say, after last night, I think Pirlo might not be the right man for Juventus. So if this young guy, I mean, I can't even pronounce his name, but whatever his name
Sorry.
is, if he's
Yep.
serious about playing for the top side, I think he has to leave Juventus and move to a team which can, provide him some good game times, and that's what he
Mm.
needs. Else he will be
But
another
Yep.
Moiskin
don't say
where
United, no?
he will be,
Don't say United.
lost and not able to actually give him the best.
Well, again, Kishan, what was that?
Dinesh, bro, like you say, Matthias De Ligt should leave Juventus to go to a better club, right? So I guess you shouldn't say the word Manchester United. I think he should go to other clubs. I actually agree with what Dinesh bro said. For Matthias
Mm.
De Ligt to join Juventus for I think almost 90 million, right? 90 or
A lot
80
of
or
money. A lot of
I mean,
money.
yeah, a lot of million. So I guess it's if for Juventus perspective, it's a panic buy for them because
Mm.
he only had like one solid season, one very solid season where they reached semi-final, I think, semi-final or quarter-final of Champions League, and
Mm.
he was monster, man. I mean, he playing in the playing for the country, Holland. They are centre back pairing, Matthias De Ligt and Van Dijk. I mean,
No, but Kishan, the thing, Kishan, is because I guess they were actually tempted by the performance he did for the
yeah,
run-up,
Mm.
for the semi-finals. So it
mm,
was for them it was a no-brainer because
Mm.
he had top talent and all that. But again, as a young boy, for you to switch countries, from Holland, the lifestyle of Holland, to
yeah, yeah,
Italy, the city of fashion and blah 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 and all that. So it's going to be a hard transition for him, Kishan. So
yeah,
you see, like even a lot of young players notice when they come to a different country, it's going to be hard for them, because the dollars is big, lifestyle is extraordinary,
yeah,
and the focus on football will not be around, unless you have some good foundation or your family is with you, then it's fine. So
yeah,
Matt, if you ask me, is a great talent. He could have actually continued one more season at Ajax, and
Yep.
the following season maybe he could have left. So that
Yep.
move, because if you notice, even his arrival at Juventus at Turin was a very hyped up, with a private jet and time to time update on his movements and all that. So
yeah,
again, it was like because of the high transfer, therefore the attention was great on him, and I think he fumbled big time on his debut games. His first few games,
Mm.
he was not really a convincing signing. So even this particular young Murray, right, his name. So
The
if this
Mm.
Mirao.
guy,
The
if he
Milan.
wants to make it big, he just has to, because Juventus is packed up. It's totally packed up,
Yep.
Mm.
and Juventus actually prospering because of course, the CR7. If CR7 is not there,
Oh.
then Juventus is just another team. Personally, I feel like that. CR7 is becoming identity. I mean, you and I are watching the Serie A is because CR7 is there. So he is the market there. Yeah,
You
I
mean
mean,
the
come on,
you mean
yeah,
the
United fans, we're always proud of a kid, man.
But talking about Syria, but I think Turkish football actually producing great talents lately,
Uh,
especially centre backs. I mean, finger
Dave,
crossed for you. Yeah,
sorry, if I can just continue with what Kishan said over there. I think
go ahead. Go ahead.
Demiral has only 6 starts, if I'm not mistaken, in Serie A this season, and they are not trusting him in the big games because
Okay.
at Juventus they have 3 other world-class centre backs. I mean, Chiellini is the legend.
Yeah.
Bonucci
Yeah.
is up and down, but he is solid enough. And then you got the
Yeah.
like over there. So I mean, 4 players, and then even in the Champions League, he had 3 starts. 2 of them was
Mm.
against the Ukraine team, Dynamo Kiev.
Yeah.
And the second one was against Barcelona, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So he's not playing the bigger games. They are leaving him on the bench. So I'm not sure if that is a perfect place for him to grow. And then the other
Okay.
thing I wanted to say is that he's a bit different than the centre back I was talking about earlier, Boatman. So I think, as Kishen said earlier, he's a very good tackler. And the thing that stands out is his slide tackling. I think he is the best slide tackler in the world. Honestly, the amount of successful slide tackles he does is really impressive. Unfortunately,
Okay.
he gets a lot of cards. I think he's been suspended a few times this season due to a lot of yellow cards.
Yeah,
And yeah, exactly.
No, but just say, if that's the case, then I think Wan Bissaka will be better. He does a lot of slide tackling and less yellow cards.
Come on, bro. This is not all United show, bro. It's rumor has it.
I'm just putting one name in between, like, let's create a stir. Come on.
We don't want to hear any Wan Bissaka, Wan Biscuit. No, bro. Please, bro.
Dinesh, even that, Kishan will agree. Ozan Kabak just had 2 starts and he had 2 yellow cards in a row.
That's a good point about Kabak. Sorry?
Yeah. What?
No, sorry, bro. Dinesh, bro.
Yeah.
If you're talking about Wan Bissaka, it's good at tackling, right? So I think his tackling techniques are actually bringing him to Europa League, So when you look at
no, it's because of his so-called co-members at the back there who's bringing us to the Europa League successfully. then again, let's not dwell there because that will be a slap for me. So I'd rather be quiet for now.
Okay, so when you talk about Kabak, right? He's also a Turkish player. He came in his first start for Champions League. He already got advantage to go on to the next round. Okay, so I rest my case. I don't talk about Liverpool. That's all.
You continue with Jasnesh.
But there's one concern about Demiral, is that he may be injury prone. He tore his ligaments last season. He tore his ligament last season and also tore his ligament this season. So I'm a bit afraid that he might be a wasted talent. I mean, hopefully for his sake, he can continue. But if I can just sideway a bit, I want to talk about Turkish football very, very quickly. So we know Demiral is the staff or is the future star. He has, I think, already 20 caps for Turkey. Surprisingly, Kabak is not his main partner in Turkey. It's actually a guy playing at Sassuolo who's called, I'm going to butcher his name definitely, but he's called Kan Ehyan. And I think he's very good as well. He grew up in he was playing at Schalke. And I mean, Schalke are a good learning place. They are not a good team right now. So I mean, Turkey, they've got 3 really good centre backs. So maybe they might shift to a 3 at the back or maybe a 5-man defensive structure. And also, like I said earlier, Yasici, the attacking midfielder, and also the right back, Seliko. I keep mispronouncing his name. And of course, the star of Turkey is of course Milan's Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who plays very well for Turkey. So I think Turkey, they are coming up. I can't remember if they qualified for the upcoming Euros. I think they did, but they are definitely one to look forward to at the future upcoming World Cups and European Championships.
Yep.
Bro, make sure you keep up with all the odds,
But let me tell you, but guys, let's be honest. Turkey football actually quite decent football. I mean, 2002 World Cup, those guys actually qualified for semi-finals, I believe. Correct me around. Rustu Reper, Hakan Suko, Hassan Sas, that team. They were a great team, So it's good to see back Turkey football coming up again. I mean, it's good to see, like how Belgium,
the Altipo brothers.
Euro 2008, they reached the semi as well. Euro 2008.
Yeah, I mean, they're quite a talented team, I think.
Yeah.
Kishen, Soyuncu is Turkish as well, right?
Yeah.
Playing for Leicester.
Soyuncu, yeah.
So there's 2 Turkish players in the Premier League right now. Kabak and Soyuncu.
There's one more. Second Sunder for Leicester City.
He's very good as well. Yeah. Forgot about him.
Yep, Cengiz Sunder.
Exciting times for Turkey.
We are 40 minutes on the clock and we have the next section.
I'm waiting for this segment.
It's a segment with Kishen, who is the expert. And we will go into the next segment. FPL analysis with Kishen. Kishen, the floor is yours. Go ahead, bro.
Right. So, hi. I would like to introduce myself as Kishen. So, hi to all the FPL players out there. So, the viewers today we actually got a special thing called Dave's FPL point for Game Week 24.
No.
He actually wanted to put it last week, but then the points is quite quite low.
No, I was not prepared. Because I wanted to have you and
excuses
Dinesh.
like Klopp, bro. Your excuses are like Klopp.
No. I'm a Chris Wilder supporter.
Come on, bro. All right. So let's start off with the performance player of the week according to positions. We start off with goalkeeper Edison Moraes. He's up with 14 points. So anything you want to say about Edison Moraes? Dave, bro.
Edison Moraes, what happened?
Yeah, Edison. Anything you want to talk about him? His performance lately?
I think he's been keeping quite a number of clean sheets. We don't have to say that. He's been consistent for City in the past 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Look at probably you can flash your week 24 points. We may look at it.
Nah, I don't want to show that first. I think I finish up with all the.
Be the final one. Okay, go ahead with Dinesh.
All right. So I go off with this. Next one will be Ola Aina. No. We are talking about Ola Aina.
Oh, Ola Aina. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, he's not in my team. It's not on my team. So
yeah,
okay.
He wasn't in anybody's team also, I think.
Nice. Just announcement. Right, Jasnesh, thank you very much for being on the show, and we'll catch up with you. I got a lot of plans for you, and I'm looking forward. Thanks for coming into the show.
Just a quick one. I'm not a fantasy player. I play NFL fantasy more. But based on the quick research, I think Southampton and Leeds players will be popular.
Keep that idea of cricket.
Yeah. So thanks for having me, and see you guys. Thank you.
Good night.
Thanks.
All right, 3 of us.
All right.
Let's go.
So continue with the next.
Here we go.
All right, we continue with the last 2. Surprisingly, Aubameyang came back. He got back his form. 20 points. He scored a hat-trick against Leeds. All right, the next one will be the last one. Striker J. Rodriguez. This fella also came out from nowhere. He scored goals, and then he got like 16 points.
Okay.
All right, people out there. So the most awaited moment. So let's go with Dave B's 24 points. Wow.
Hey, surprisingly, I don't even know. Gundogan actually saved my points. This is the first time actually scoring the 94 points. I didn't want to take him out of the game against Everton because I thought that he could actually start or even come up. From the bench. But Kishen, is he injured?
I got no say about this, lah. You guys remember about Harry Kane's situation? Everyone sold him. Wow.
Pua says Edison 2 games 14 points. Martinez 1 game 12 points. Makes sense.
All right, Pua. I think we'll get to you into this show some other day, lah. We need to see your FPL points.
Yeah, I want to see Pua's FPL.
Yeah, Pua is doing quite well, bro. Pua is doing quite well. No, we cannot. Yeah, we have to take his expertise.
Apparently, in one of the groups, he actually challenged me. He asked me to come and catch him. So I think I'm forfeiting this season. See you next season.
Come on, Kishen. You're just halfway through, Kishen. Be confident, bro.
Bro, imagine FPL null and void.
Null and void. I'll be the happiest person, man. All right, so let's go to the next one. The next one will be Dinesh. He's gaming 24 points.
Yep.
Not bad. 81. Average is 61.
I think he didn't have Gundogan there. Probably he could have scored 100.
Yep. And last but not least is mine.
Yep. Oh!
One more point to 100. I mean, I was kind of sad because Gundogan and John Stones didn't play. I just needed that 1 point just to reach 3 digits. But it's okay.
No, but Kishen, just to add on something, right? If you notice, John Stones and Ruben Diaz will not start together because I had them both last week and this week, and it's like one plays, the other doesn't play. So it's going to be a risk if you're going to put both of them in your team together.
But I think at the Liverpool game, they both play together, right?
No. John. Wait. If I'm mistaken, Ruben Diaz did not start. Oh no, sorry. Ruben Diaz started the game. The next game, Ruben Diaz did not start. John Stones started. All right, and then the last game, John Stones started. And something like that. It's a vice versa. Both of them never started together for the last 2 games.
So if you want more FPL tips about Man City players, you can comment or you can actually message Puva. His FPL is full of City players, man. It's unfair. I mean, you are talking bad about Oil Money Club, but then you still put their players. Come on, bro.
Points, bro. Points.
Where, Kishen, where did you win the points? Was it Gundogan itself?
City player Gundogan.
Gundogan and Martinez.
Okay, for mine, actually I got points from Martinez, Cresswell.
Cresswell.
Madison, Salah, and also Gundogan.
Yeah.
All right. So for this week's show, I won't flash out the players to pick. I still will go with my pick with game week 25. Right. So I go out with mine first. So this will be
the first match is Wolverhampton and Leeds on Saturday morning, 4 o'clock.
So this will be my pick for this week. So as usual lah. Gundogan, I just leave him there first. Anything can happen.
You're going 3 at the back.
Yep. Johnston's Cancelo. Right. Next will be I'll go with Dave. Dave.
Yeah, go ahead.
We need more tips from you, bro. All right. So this will be Dave's. Wow, almost the same like mine.
Exactly why I have Ward-Prowse and I have Son who's playing away to West Ham. Souček. I have a feeling that both of them might score. Can you go back to the team again? And I guess that I scored a lot of points from Ward-Prowse this season and Cresswell, Martinez, not really Cancelo, Matt Target, not really much. Bamford, kind of very disappointment actually. Actually, I forgot to use my bench boost the last 2 weeks because my bench has been scoring better than my back four.
I don't have all those cards today. I've used up everything. So it's all based on plain team management actually.
So you're like Klopp as well?
Yes. No plan B, only plan A.
No plan B. Just
attack. Habis. All right, the last person, the king of FPL, Dinesh. So let's see his game week 25.
Hey, hello, please lah. 81 points saja lah. I pun resah tau. You see, because I put 3 City players there, Stones, Diaz, and Foden. I put Foden, and the thing is, Foden score last night was good for me. But again, I feel this guy Gundogan is more consistent player right now. I mean, he's like the main guy in City. So I would say, guys, place in Gundogan. If you have extra spot, you can put in Foden. But for myself, I have more faith on Son and Bruno in the middle. And Souček, I don't know. I bought him, but I'm on the bench right now because I'm playing 3-4-3, and the 4 midfielders I have is already good enough for me. But in the defense, I'm telling you, Kishen, like what I told you last week, you have to have Cresswell. Aaron Cresswell is a must. He gave me some good points over the weekend. And of course, at the back we have Martinez.
But there's three big matches this week. United, Newcastle, Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool, Everton. Kishen,
Wait.
Trent Arnold. Trent Arnold.
How is Liverpool versus Everton is a big match?
Yeah, definitely big match. It's a
How
Merseyside
is
derby.
Arsenal City a big match?
It's
How is
definitely
Arsenal City a big match?
Come on, bro.
No, it's definitely a big match for City,
I mean,
not for Arsenal.
is it the manager versus the mentor versus the mentee?
Exactly. So that's a big
No.
match.
It's basically all. I mean, the clubs is against Man City because they are first.
Actually, I'm looking forward for Wolverhampton and Leeds United. Bamford.
That would be a good.
But Bamford is.
Pua
Guys,
got a question. Pua got a question. Guys, Pua got a question.
Who's the best
Who's the
candidate?
best candidate for the captaincy this week?
Actually, I ran out of luck. Why don't Pua, you give us some suggestions for the game week captaincy?
Any idea? Captaincy?
Dinesh,
Bruno
bro?
Fernandes.
So
Why not?
United is who is United playing against this week?
Newcastle.
Come on, lad. It's Newcastle, bro. Come on, bro. Give us other candidates, bro.
I've got two actually. I will give a benefit of doubt for Salah.
Okay.
Right, this weekend, and I would stick to Gundogan if he starts. Not sure whether he's back because from what I see, he has a 75% chances of playing, but it's a groin injury. It's written there, groin injury.
Yeah, but
So
the safest thing to do is just keep him first. Just keep yourself updated 1 or 2 hours before.
Pua, there you go. What? Dinesh, Pua agrees with you.
No, the thing is, you need Bruno because all the while when you put him as captain, or if you don't put him as captain also, he's giving you points. So and his points he's giving is definitely more than 6 or 7 points.
Yeah.
On a good day, if 7 points times 2 is always 14. It's already okay.
Yeah, but come on. Even though he's not performing or what, his extra points all comes from his diving, his shouting.
You want the points. You want the points. You gotta wear the jersey, bro. You gotta start wearing the jersey already. Come on, you gotta wear the red jersey. Come on, man.
Actually, I can answer Puva's question. Who is the best candidate for the captaincy? All right. For this, Puva, only for you, I'll give you Origi because Origi is playing against Everton. You know his record against Everton. Dinesh, bro,
he's gonna leave the show again. He's gonna leave the show again.
Dinesh,
Are you telling me that we should put Martial for captaincy?
No. For this week, you should put Origi. Origi is different level.
Origi, no. Martial is different level. Okay, shall we have a show? Martial versus Origi.
Sure.
For that, you have to talk to
anybody who doesn't know fantasy will put that.
No, you have to do a cop talk versus Devil's Den then.
Oh yeah, man. But you know what? Not the winner will be not the crowd. They were going to have a good fun.
Definitely. I'm looking forward.
Dinesh, we haven't started with the game 5 lineup. So let's flash it up.
Okay, so basically I got Bamford on top. I got Kane on top. But actually, Bamford is a big risk for me. I don't know whether I'm going to take the risk or not. But for now, this is what I have in my team. Bamford, I might push him off. I don't know. For now, I'm keeping him. I might push him off. I'm not sure.
No, but one thing, I think you can actually put in Souček.
Okay. Souček,
Come on,
it will be ideal, but again, I don't know. I bought the guy because other teams are getting points because of him, so therefore I bought him. It's not because I really am a fan of him or what. But again, I'm just being skeptical. So maybe I wouldn't know. I might just take out Bamford and put Souček, but let's see how it goes.
You got a comment from Pua there.
Pua says any bonus points for warming bench, then I'll bring in Origi and captain him.
we'll try to talk to the owner of FPL. We'll give special treatment to Origi because he has been such a servant to Liverpool, and he actually earned his good.
Bro, remember Barcelona, bro. Barcelona. Remember Barcelona. Origi.
Come on, bro. But sometimes, Puba, bro, you gotta be thankful to have players like Origi. You know. I mean,
Okay, so we are at Kishen. Are we done?
So I guess with the last lineup from Dinesh lineup for Game Week 25, so that sums up the FPL analysis for the. So,
Yep.
can take.
Yeah, right. As we know, and our viewers, our followers, that rumor has it is a raw, and it's a show by the fans for the fans. And thank you for watching, everyone. Rumor has it with Dinesh and Kishen. Kishen has a lot of things to come up after the match day 25. We're gonna come up live again next week. And please do not forget to like, subscribe, and follow Footytalk on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Right. Kishan, last words. Dinesh, last words. Dinesh, I really have to respect your time. I really appreciate, even though you have to go into, you have to go to a party, then you have to be on the.
This show is no, Dave. Understand? This show is amazing show, and I just can't afford to miss it. You know, so therefore I say no matter where am I will still get connected and I will be part of the
That's
show.
what we want.
It's an amazing show. I like the show a lot. So thanks a lot for having me on the show, guys. Thanks a lot.
That's the love for football, man.
Yep.
Yes.
The purpose of show is that we want to bring in viewers with raw talents and raw gems in world football, and we want to share as much as we know. And we had Jasnesh on the show. Jasnesh, thank you very much. We really appreciate. Yeah, he was bang on the mural and Lille. Yep. And again, thanks viewers. Thanks for watching. We'll catch up next week. This is DEV B signing off. Kishen, thank you. Dinesh.
Thanks.
Take care, man. Catch up with you next week. Bye, everyone. See ya.